I came from that way, and I'm going that way. I'm on a 100-mile stretch of road that I think this is the first historical overlook kind of thing, so I figured I would stop. I haven't been very good at stopping at all the roadside attractions, although I've only passed, I think, about 3 in the last 3 hours, but my goal is to get in front of the snow that's coming, because I do not want to be driving in that monkey business. Alright, let's go see the historical attraction that is on the other side of the RV. I've been looking at this cloud over these mountains for probably the last hour and a half. It's part of what's coming that I don't need to be anywhere near. Here's go take a look at this one first. I've been looking at these, I guess, oh, they look like sage. Boy, if you ever need sage, go to Wyoming. Parting of the ways. Alright, so I'm just north of Farson, Wyoming. And I think my next place is Lander, Wyoming. Anyway, so you can pause the screen and look at this. The point on the trail sure looks more like a, I'm gonna guess that's a headstone. So anyway, this point on the trail is called the Parting of the Ways. The trail to the right is the Sublet or Greenwood Cutoff, and to the left is the main route to the Oregon, Mormon, and California trails. The Sublet Cutoff was opened in 1844 because it saved 46 miles over the main route, and I would imagine if you're traveling by horse and wagon, y'all want to save some miles. It did require a 50-mile waterless crossing of the desert and therefore was not popular until the Gold Rush period. The name tells the story of people who had traveled 1,000 miles together separated at this point. They did not know if they would ever see each other again. It was a place of great sorrow. It was also a place of great decision to cross the desert and save miles or to favor their livestock. About 2/3 of the emigrants chose the main route through Fort Bridger instead of the Sublet Cutoff. Yep, I am happy. I have an engine and can drive 65 to 70 miles an hour. Get to where I'm going rather than the extremely long scenic route. No wonder no one ever traveled. I mean, some traveled, but then we will. Now here goes Kirsten looking at all the. God, isn't it just beautiful out here? I absolutely adore. Well, I adore nature. There's another one of those clouds I'm trying to escape. And it is absolutely gorgeous out here. I love the desert, I love the mountains, I love the high desert, I love the low desert. I love the oceans. Okay, you know what? I'm a nature freak. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, nope, this is just a marker. Okay. Parting of the ways. Imagine being the first person or the first couple people that came out here and said, okay, we can either go this way or we can go that way. Huh. So, alright. This marks a fork in the trail right to Oregon, left to Utah and California. 1812, Robert Stewart and eastbound Astorians used South Pass Gateway. 1824, 12 years later. 11 westbound Ashley Henry men led by Jedediah Smith and Thomas Fitzpatrick. 1932, M. Wyeth and Captain B.L.E. Bonneville parties. 1836, missionaries M. Whitman and H. Spalding and wives. 1841, Bartleson Bidwell party. 1852, peak year, estimated 40,000 immigrants. Wow. Boy, that was erected in 1956, the year my mom graduated high school. And let's go over here. And it looks like, okay. You can either pause or listen to me ramble on. In July 1844, the California-bound Stevens Townsend Murphy wagon train, guided by Isaac Hitchcock and 81-year-old Caleb Greenwood, passed this point and continued 9.5 miles west-southwest from here to a place destined to become prominent in Oregon Trail history, the starting point of the Sublette Cutoff. Instead of following the regular Oregon Trail route southwest of Fort Bridger, then northwest to reach the Bear River below present-day Cokeville, Wyoming, this wagon trail pioneered a new route. Either Hitchcock or Greenwood, it is uncertain which, made the decision to lead the wagons due west, in effect along one side of a triangle. Well, they were probably tired of dinking around in the high desert and thought, well, I'm going to go this way. The route was hazardous, yes, entailing crossing some 50 miles of semi-arid desert in the heat of summer and surmounting mountain ridges, but it saved approximately 85 miles from the Fort Bridger route and 5 or 6 days' travel. The route was first known as the Greenwood Cutoff. It was the gold rush year of 1849 that brought this parting of the ways into prominence. Of the estimated 30,000 49ers, probably 20,000 traveled the Greenwood Cutoff, which, due to an error in the 1849 Joseph E. Ware guidebook, became known as the Sublette Cutoff. In the ensuing years, further refinements of the trail route were made. In 1852, the Kinney and Slate Creek cutoffs diverted trains from portions of the Sublette Cutoff. But until the covered wagon period ended, the Sublette Cutoff remained a popular direct route, and this parting of the ways was the place for crucial decisions. No kidding. A quartzite post inscribed Fort Bridger S. Cutoff and a Bureau of Land Management information panel now mark the historic parting of the ways site. It's interesting. My son was just telling me some different things about the Oregon Trail just last night, honestly, about 10 hours ago. So, kind of goofy. And here we'll do I was trying to find a spot that I could pull off of, probably over the last 5 miles. I was a little higher and I wanted to get a good picture of the mountain there. How deep do you think that snow is? And how cold do you think that is? And somewhere where I don't want to be. Eee.